Good morning. I just wanted to update my DeWalt Miter Saw. This is the model DWS716. It is a double bevel, which means that you can tilt either side in 45 degrees, but it is standard. It's not a slider saw, but I don't need that. This is a 12-inch, so it gives me plenty of room to cut thicker boards or bigger boards. But that's not the idea. This video is how I did a few modifications to this saw, which it turns into a super great saw. I got this used on Facebook for about $120, and the guy charged me extra $5 for delivery about half an hour away, so that's real good. This thing is like real new, pretty much brand new. He only used it twice, but needed money, so he wanted to get rid of it. But anyway, this model, the DWS716, it came equipped with this, where you can install a cut and shadow light to it, but it doesn't come with the light. And the newer model, I think it's the 779. It came with it, or I'm not sure, but to buy one that comes equipped with the shadow light right here, you pay about almost $200, or if not more, for just the one that came with the light. But this model, you can also order the kit, which comes with the light or electrical wire, and also a new handle. You have to remove this new handle and install the new kit, which would run you about $100. So what I did was I just went to my local Harbor Freight and bought an LED, which I'm gonna show to you in a bit. And I removed this, and there are two channels in here, and what I did was I cut the channel completely and rounded to this thing from the inside. And then here I still have one piece left, which looks like this, and I glued this on the inside. Just make sure it's really centered. And then I also rewired using a little bit heavier gauge, but you don't want to use too big of a wire because it may not fit the groove here where you run the wires through. And so just use a little bit heavier gauge to make it stronger. And this thing is pretty bright. And so I did that. I ran it through, feed it through here, and what I did was I cut the battery pack out and also the knob. I was going to change to just like a toggle power knob, but this thing I can adjust, you know, and it really depends on how bright I want the light to be. So if I turn it, see, light comes on, and if I turn it, it gets brighter. This is as bright as you'll get, but it gives you a pretty good shadow line down there. Or I can turn it down, really depends. So if I'm out in the sun, I can turn it up, or if I'm in a darker room, I can turn it down. And I hot glue all these on here, and it's pretty solid, you know. And I can change the battery here if I needed to. And I hot glue all these here. I did not do any drilling at all. None of these was touched. All I did was hot glue. And maybe someday if I wanted to really put a light kit in there, I can just remove all this glue and this thing is untouched. And so here, if I do this and turn it on, as you can see, it gives you a pretty good shadow line there. But because there's too much light in here, let me close the door. Let's say if I'm working at night in my garage or in my shop, look at that. This is as clear as you get. You can even see the little teeth mark on the board. And there's no need to pay $90 for the kit or buy the higher model and pay extra $200. This is all you need. And you know how much I pay for this? About $3. That's it, $3. And then what I also did was DeWalt Miter Saw. They have a really poor dust collecting because this elephant ear plate is too small. If I can find my original one, it's over here somewhere. Right here. That's how small it is when you put this thing here. And so what I did was I went to a dollar store and I found this. This is very thin, clear plastic using for slicing vegetables. I paid like $1 for 2 of those. And I removed this, cut a bigger one, and remove these little ring here, one here and one on this side, and cut this, make this bigger. And so when I cut, bring it down, it gives me much more space. I mean, look at that. It covers the whole thing, but you have to cut it short enough that it will not touch anything when you bring it down. But look at that. When I push it down, it covers the whole thing and collects a whole lot of dust. I mean, cutting woods, you won't have dust flying around, but at least this eliminates a lot of dust. And so that's what I did. And I hope that this video will help some of you guys out there that, you know, we don't have tons of money nowadays. Gas prices going up and everything else is going up. The economy is going down. And, you know, if you're like me, you don't have tons of money, you know, Harbor Freight store will always give you, you know, may not be super quality tool, but the tools that you need to do your home project. And yeah, I hope this helped, and thank you for watching.